What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Dean.
As referenced by the last episode, this is now the biggest episode of BallGame podcast history.
Wow.
Why? You may ask why. Do you see the hoodie that I'm wearing? Number one, yeah, BallGame, obviously. But you know what that means? It's hoodie season. And what does hoodie season mean? It's football season, ladies.
He's a boogie, bro.
And
I thought you were going to say like
Hoodie on low, so I can't do that in the beginning.
pumpkin
Copyright.
spice latte.
I was going to say, there's pumpkin smells in the air.
I did just have a Starbucks drink involving pumpkin before. So, yeah, it is definitely fall season, and that means it is definitely football season. When you're watching this, the first game of the NFL season will be later on today. I can't wait. This is going to be electric. Yes, the Eagles versus the Cowboys. We have all been waiting for this moment. NFL kickoff. It's going to be great. It's going to be unbelievable. And we're here to give you not only our pick'ems for week one of football, but we're also here to give you our start sits for fantasy football. It's going to be an electrifying episode, and it's going to be an electrifying weekend. So here we go. Let's get this thing started.
Before we get it started, I thought you were going to do this. But
No, I wanted
thank you guys for 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. I didn't think it was possible, man. I lost hope because the goal was 20K before football started, and it got close. It got down to the wire, but the last week has been one of
Sacks
our...
pulled through, man.
Yeah.
The Sacks definitely pulled through.
Not even a week. Last like 3
Dude,
days.
it was like 3 days. I was
Sent
saying
it
this
in.
one, we got
the
like
ball sacks
yeah.
were busting through, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ball sacks are definitely busting through. So appreciate you guys for all the love.
Love you
Hopefully,
guys.
100K by the end of football season. That's the
Yo.
goal. We're putting
Mark
it
it
in
down.
the air.
We thought 20K was lofty to start the year. Now let's aim for the fucking stars.
Keep the ball rolling, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's aim
Football's
for the
upon us.
Like I said, content's only getting better from here on out. So,
Yeah, and I mean, that's a big announcement, but there's an even bigger one.
Yes, we are very, very, very excited to announce that we will be partnering with Dabble Fantasy for this NFL season. Dabble Fantasy is the best daily fantasy sports app there is. And to celebrate our new partnership and our new relationship with Dabble Fantasy, we are going to be giving away 2 jerseys. All you guys have to do is sign up for Dabble Fantasy using the link in the description. And then by the time you're seeing this, there will be a post on our Instagram page. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, BallGamePod_. There will be a post on our Instagram page talking about the jersey giveaway. All you guys have to do is comment on that post your Dabble username that you made when you signed up, and you are entered into the jersey giveaway that we will be announcing sometime at the end of the month. That's the BallGame specialty, giving away jerseys. So
Not
we do.
one, but 2 of them.
2 jerseys this time. Our biggest giveaway ever.
Yeah.
Our biggest giveaway ever on the biggest podcast ever. I mean, it's
Amen.
only fitting. So, yeah.
Exactly. For the biggest NFL season ever is what we hope.
wow.
Is what
Big
we
things
hope.
out there.
Because of Dabble. Thank you, Dabble.
Yes.
You guys are great over
Thank you,
there.
Dabble.
Shout out Dabble, man. Big things are coming for the BallGame podcast. And all the balls.
And all
and
the sacks.
sacks.
All the sacks.
All the sacks.
Are we
all
the balls?
What?
Yes.
Are we the balls?
They're the sacks.
They're the sacks.
So we have to
we're
be
the
the
balls.
Right. So we're in the sacks.
Yes.
All right.
Well, that's not how it works, but, that's what we'll roll with, I
all
guess.
right.
You guys need to start these players in fantasy football for week one. Here we go. Let's get this thing started. My quarterback start of the week is Drake May. Yes, I'm high on the Patriots, but I'm also high on this man. He is going to be incredible this season, and he's getting it started with a great matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders, who allowed the 7th most fantasy points in the 7th most points to quarterbacks in fantasy football. Jeez, we're starting this thing off and I'm stumbling over my words. I'm so excited for this episode. But no, Drake May is going to have an electrifying season, and it starts off with a great matchup against the weak Raiders defense. So yes, that man in just 13 games had 400 rushing yards. You may want to call him Vanilla Vic this year. So it's going to be exciting, and it's a great matchup for Drake May.
So the quarterback that I am starting, I'm going with Baker Mayfield against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons gave up the 4th most points to quarterbacks last season. I expect the Tampa Bay offense to be high-powered with their new addition of Emeka Egbuka. Mike Evans still there. Bucky's going to be great. I think that offense is going to be rolling. I expect a lot of passing volume out of the Bucks. I'm going with Baker this week.
Well, my start of the week is going to be none other than Bo Nix. I am now a Bo leaver. Simple math here, going up against the Tennessee Titans, and I think the Titans are cheeks. Bo Nix coming off a season where he surprised the fantasy world, finishing as the quarterback 7, 29 passing touchdowns, an extra four touchdowns on the ground, 430 yards. You know Bo Nix has that dual threat ability. I expect him to start off with a bang, building off his rookie season. So
My quarterback start of the week is none other than the chosen one himself with that long, luscious hair, Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars, going up against the Carolina Panthers, who were a dream matchup for quarterbacks last year. They gave up the second most points per game to the quarterback position last year. And that defense still ain't very good. Trevor Lawrence gets an upgrade with Travis Hunter. He gets a second-year Brian Thomas, and he's got Liam Cohen operating the offense, calling the plays. I think the Jags are going to have a big year for fantasy. I think they're going to have a big offensive year. And I think Trev is going to eat this weekend. I can see him throwing a bunch of yards, a few touchdowns, might splash in a few rushing yards here too. So I think if you've got, if you're trying to stream a quarterback and he's out there on your waiver wire, go grab him, man. He's going to have a great week.
Yeah, I think we're all big believers in Trev this year.
Yeah.
So my running back start of the week, jumping right into it, it's Jerome Ford. The backfield right now is so complicated in Cleveland. And this is a great matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals where scoring is going to have to be high and a lot of pass attempts are going to be involved. Jerome Ford has this basically to himself. I'm assuming Dylan Sampson isn't going to be crazy involved until midseason. The rookies usually take a little while to get acclimated. Jerome Ford is that dude. He's familiar with the system, been there for his entire career. And like I said, great matchup with the Bengals, who tied for the 5th most rushing touchdowns in the entire NFL last season. Judkins isn't signed yet, so this is a big week for Jerome Ford and a big start to the season for Jerome Ford.
I'm scared about starting Jerome Ford, bro.
I
I was
agree.
actually going to say, I don't necessarily agree with you.
Okay.
I think Jerome Ford's very meh.
Normally, the running back playing against the Bengals, I'm all over it, but I don't know. There's some chirping about Sampson.
I think Sampson's
Eating-
the guy.
Yeah.
I think they'll give Sam some love.
Some
And it's like,
burn a
even if
little bit.
they split or anything, like, how much of the Browns' backfield do you really want? You know what I
I'm
mean?
not at all concerned about Dylan Sampson for a few weeks, honestly. Jerome Ford had a great season last year. And not only that, he's the guy that Kevin Stefanski knows and trusts. And at the bare minimum, he's going to be involved in the passing game, in my opinion. And a high
That's
score,
true,
like I
yeah.
said, a game where they're going to have to keep up with an offense and they're going to throw a bunch. So I think at least for now, early season, Jerome Ford is a great start, in my personal opinion, in PPR.
I was
leagues.
gonna say,
So-
just because they have to throw him, it's the Browns, man.
Jerome Ford's also not like a good running back. He's okay.
He was really good last season.
Yeah, but there's a reason why they took Quinshon Judkins in the 2nd round. Obviously,
It's true.
Jerome Ford isn't like going to be
No,
lighting up any
committee back.
scoreboards.
He's a committee back. But right
But
now, he's
week
the only
one-
other guy is a rookie.
Very
round.
matchup dependent. In that way, I'd
At the
agree.
end of the day, it's good matchup. He catches passes, so
Yeah.
I would
Could
hope
work
you're
out,
not
for sure.
starting him as your RB2 this week. I'm implying he's a great flex play.
Yeah.
yeah, I
In
would
a
hope.
PPR.
I would
Either way
hope
they-
week
either way
one
they
Jerome
both
Ford
start.
isn't your RB2.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's a tough outlook.
Exactly.
So I'm going to start Aaron Jones against the Chicago Bears that gave up the fourth most rushing yards to teams last season. I think running backs weeks 1, 2, 3 generally get the ball out. I don't see a lot of teams really airing it out unless you are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think Aaron Jones is going to have a great week. Aaron Jones is a great play this week. If you have him, he's definitely in your starting lineup. Aaron Jones.
I think we're enemies.
Why?
Because I wonder why.
I switched my pick so me and Matty J wouldn't be enemies, but I honestly, I didn't pay attention to your picks, I guess, because we're enemies. My start of the week at the running back position is going to be Jordan Mason.
Wow.
Because you mentioned about, the Bears not being so good against the run. They allowed the fifth most rushing yards per game. They were the 6th worst in terms of rushing EPA per play. And in terms of fantasy points allowed to the running backs, they allowed the 4th most, I guess tied for the 3rd most. And, the drumbeat all summer has been this is going to be a true 50-50 split. Jordan Mason is here to take the pressure off Aaron Jones. They traded for him. They signed him. He's going to be involved. He's going to be the guy they lean on in short yardage situations. going up against a team that allows fantasy points to running backs, that allows yards to running backs on the ground. Jordan Mason's going to be the guy who's going to be milking the clock for the Vikings, getting all the valuable touches. My start of the week is Jordan Mason. So I guess we're enemies.
I love to hear
I guess.
it. Both could be good.
Both could be good.
I will say, though,
Both could have good weeks. I don't think both could have great weeks. You know what I mean?
Fair.
week
Jordan Mason
one,
scores 2 touchdowns.
Right.
week one, if you need to be starting Jordan Mason, you might have not had a great draft. I'm not going to lie to you.
Something went terribly wrong.
I don't agree with that in the slightest bit.
Matty J is starting
You think Jordan Mason's like a good start?
Yeah,
I had
Jordan
Jordan
Mason's
Mason on
Matty
my
J's
list.
RB2 and BTB.
Or Zach Charbonnet after a Ken Walker injury, or a
He's starting
trade.
Jordan Mason.
Regardless, I'm starting Jordan Mason. I think he's great.
If
I think
Jordan
he's-
Mason is your RB2,
In week one,
you might be in trouble. You might have a problem.
I punted running back in most of my drafts, and I still don't have Jordan Mason. I still have an RB2 in every.
I don't think Jordan Mason's bad, but he's not.
Yeah.
So
An
then you didn't
RB2.
truly
I have
punt it
elite.
then.
I have elite
Whatever.
receivers
Then you
and
didn't truly
Brock
punt
Bowers.
it because
I'm-
this is punting it.
I guess.
No, you're
yeah. I
still
guess I
This
didn't do
punt-
it to the.
This is
yeah,
a
okay,
hero
that's
RB
fair, that's
strategy to the max, and I
Yeah.
think Jordan Mason is like
Fair
a
enough.
phenomenal RB2 and a hero
How did
RB.
Hero
strat.
RB strat work out last year for fantasy?
Brother, I
players?
won the BTB championship 2 years ago off a hero RB strat.
Who won it last year?
And then
though?
last year in the Lav League, you did. Congrats.
Thank you.
In the Lav League, I again did a hero RB strat with Joe Mixon and won that league too. So
Joe Mixon was your hero?
yes,
Crazy. That's insane.
Joe Mixon was my hero and I won the league.
Wow.
You know who
Jeez.
I ended up with in like the 9th round? Chase Brown.
Okay, but like, Jordan Mason isn't Chase Brown.
Jordan Mason is this year's Chase Brown. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm putting together here. Exactly.
Except Chase Brown didn't have an Aaron Jones. And,
How the fuck wasn't
no.
your start of the week, Jordan Mason?
Wasn't your start of the week, Jordan Mason?
Understood does not need to be
Wait a
said.
minute, you were the perfect guy to
No,
pick Jordan
what's
Mason.
understood does not need to be said.
Whoa,
It's
okay.
that
buddy.
simple.
Well, I won't be texting you when Jordan Mason puts up 5 points week one.
When Jordan Mason scores 2 touchdowns in week 1, you're going to be like, oh, shit, maybe I should want the goal line back in a good offense. That
So-
makes sense.
I have a scenario. I know you were talking before we started about bringing up our real life scenario. So
Yeah.
I'm in a scenario, and I think I know where my head's at, considering he's my start of the week. But full PPR, no points per carry in your flex spot. Jordan Mason or Josh Downs?
Mason.
Downs.
I'm
Is
going.
Downs like
He was a little
He's
banged
healthy.
up, but
He's
he's, gonna
healthy.
play.
He's all good?
Yeah, he's gonna play.
Downs is a starting receiver in line to
Daniel Jones
get the most targets.
from Daniel Jones.
Yeah, but you're talking about an RB2 in his own team.
Look, Josh
Like,
Downs
is he
is
the RB2 though. Like,
he is the RB2.
No,
I mean,
they're
they
co
said all
RB
summer
ones.
they
They're
were-
legitimately
yeah,
co
they're
RB
getting
ones.
How do you know this?
They said it all summer.
KOC
Aaron
we've
seen
Jones.
that.
It's not coach speak.
We've seen that
He's telling the
before,
truth.
yeah.
Bro, okay, so here
It's coach speak when it's
what
everything
do we-
else, but when
what
it's
do we
Jordan
always-
Mason.
But what do we always say? We always say you follow where the money goes and what a team does.
And what did they do last offseason? They brought in Aaron Jones.
And
Brother,
this
and this
offseason,
offseason they traded for Jordan Mason and extended him.
Because for a good team, yeah, you need running back depth. The Vikings plan to be a very deep team going far into the season.
But doesn't it speak volumes that Aaron Jones has worked in a committee his entire career and been great, but been in a committee his entire career? Last year, he wasn't in a committee, had the backfield to himself, had his least efficient season of his career, and then they go out and trade for a guy and then pay a guy and then say all summer it's going to be a 50-50 split.
So let's go look at his committee in Green Bay when you talk about A.J. Dillon. Was he
I was
ever-
all
It was
over
Jamal
AJ
Williams,
Dillon
bro.
that one year.
Was Jamal Williams ever that amazing as an RB2 play in Green Bay?
AJ Dillon was getting
relevant-
real hype.
Brother, we're not talking
one
about a
year.
23-year-old, 24-year-old Aaron Jones anymore. We are talking about a 30-year-old
I understand
Aaron
that.
Jones.
I just don't think early in the season, week one, we're going to be seeing Jordan Mason get 50% of the carries. It's just not
No,
going to
you're
happen.
right. He's not going to get 50% of the carries. He's going to get 70% of the carries. And Aaron
He's
Jones
gonna
is going to be involved in the passing game.
He's going to get about 7 carries and maybe 2 catches, and you're
Jordan
going to.
Mason is a better runner of the football at this point than Aaron Jones.
To be honest with you, though, this to me is just like a touchdown play, like banking maybe a score. He is the goal line back, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just banking.
In a
maybe.
great
I think they
offensive
could both
scheme.
eat. Like, they're both going to be on the field.
Right.
Yeah.
If
I
Aaron
just-
Jones is on the field more, like, if it's maybe it's not 50-50, like, that's
55,
fine. Like,
45
maybe
it could be,
maybe
like-
even 60-40, but, like, I feel pretty confident that Jordan Mason is going to get the goal line carries. At least I think we could all agree
That's
on
fair.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if he scores a few touchdown, it's a good start. If he scores 2, it's a great start. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's happening.
My start of the week at running back is another Jacksonville Jaguar. I can't get enough of this matchup, apparently. It's Travis Etienne. I've been beating the drum all offseason for Travis Etienne. I think he's going to win the job in Jacksonville. He's got pass-catching work at the least. I know Tank Bigsby's there, and he'll get some of the rushing work, but I don't even think he needs that in this matchup. At the least, it's a good touchdown play. The over-under for this game is 46.5 points. There's going to be points scored in this game. I'm not saying these are two electrifying offenses, but they can put up numbers. Like I said, Travis Etienne going to get passing work. Should be the goal line guy. If anything, he might even be the full-time guy. We don't really know how that's going to shape out. I'm curious to see how that's going to unfold in Jacksonville, but I think it's a great play.
To the point that you just made, that is exactly why I am staying away from the entirety of the Jags backfield this week. I have no clue what's going to happen. No idea.
I think Etienne gets the nod week 1, at the very minimum.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm scared of
I think at least like Tank Bigsby can't catch. Like he's not a receiving
No,
back at all.
no,
So
no.
I think that gives me confidence that Etienne would be out there in passing situations.
PPR value, I like
Right.
the Etienne play week 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. We're ready to get into these wide receivers.
Let's do it.
My wide receiver start of the week, it's Adam Thielen. 35 years old. This man is not a spring chicken, but in 10 games last year, this man had over 600 receiving yards. He is the ageless wonder and so far from washed. This is nothing to do with statistics or anything like that. Jalen Johnson is probably going to match up with Justin Jefferson for a majority of the game. Not only that, Justin Jefferson was injured for a portion of this summer as well, and I think they obviously went out and traded for Adam Thielen, a guy who was familiar with the system, a favorite of Kevin O'Connell, and not only that, a guy that worked out with J.J. McCarthy all summer. It's almost like they knew this was going to happen all along. I think Adam Thielen has a big-time week 1, and J.J. McCarthy's going to target the vet. A guy in his first start is going to target a guy that has been there and done that on multiple occasions in his career. Adam Thielen, a great start in week 1.
I really don't think it's a terrible play, but like, what was Adam Thielen? The last pick in your drafts, second to last pick in your drafts. Like, if you got to start Adam Thielen week 1,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
I
just
think
really
he's a
just don't
great
like it.
PPR
Yeah.
play this week.
I think he's a good play.
I think he's a phenomenal
But, like, I'm
PPR
just-
play.
yeah.
Phenomenal is
I'm
crazy
just
for
playing
a
devil's
quarterback
advocate, I
starting
guess.
his first game for a at best, wide receiver 2 on his team.
No, he is the wide receiver 2 on his team, yeah.
With a quarterback in his first start ever. I just don't see it.
I mean,
Sorry, bro.
I see it.
I'm not here
In
to
a Kevin
argue.
O'Connell
This is what it
offense,
is.
in a Kevin O'Connell offense with a young quarterback in his first start that they worked out together all off season, and they actively went out there and traded for him, and he's familiar with the system. Yeah, I'm all in.
Congrats. Good luck with that.
If you're in a double flex,
I
theoretically,
dare you to go start Adam Thielen in one of your leagues.
Okay,
Okay, go. Do it.
I will go do that right now.
Money where the mouth is. Go for it.
All right. What league do I have Adam Thielen? Let's see.
My start of the week.
Wait, hold on. Honestly, I was always zoned out for that. But, like, what was the logic here?
That he's been working out with J.J. McCarthy all offseason,
Don't act like that was my only logic.
and that he knows Kevin O'Connell's system.
Does know Kevin O'Connell.
But he was just traded last week.
Bro,
Brother.
There's
But,
no.
like, are you... So you're going to... He dared you to start him. Are you actually going to start Adam
Yes.
Thielen confidently?
Yes,
That's
Over-
insane.
Over who? Yeah, that's what
confidently.
Over who?
Let's see who I have him over in other leagues. Let's see.
How many leagues do you have him in?
3. I have Adam Thielen in
What
3
you got?
leagues
I
right
think
now.
Adam Thielen's a whole big nothing burger.
All right. I mean, I'm not starting him over Jacoby Myers or James Conner. Like,
You just said he was your start of the week.
yeah, but not.
You just said he's
But
going to have
those
a great...
are locked in guys.
You
Like,
said
those
he's
are
a phenomenal PPR play. Those
You
are
just
your
said
a great
exact
PPR play. Yeah. Like if
But,
I
like,
were
how
ranking this
phenomenal,
week,
though? Like, because...
if I were ranking this week, he's in my top like 28 receivers for point.
You have
for
Jacoby
PPR.
Myers in your top 28?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
If
Not
you-
if I'm making a weekly rankings
don't.
right now, he'd be in my yeah. Thielen would be in my top 30 right now. I think it's a great matchup.
Well,
for him.
I don't want this to drag, but do it. Go ahead.
Start him.
Okay.
Off the dome, like, no. Like, who are your... You don't got to give us the order, but, like, give us the receivers.
Wow.
I'll start you off. Jamar, Jetta,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
CD,
Wait.
Jamar Jetta, CD, Tyreek, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, A.J. Brown, Lab McConkey, Drake London, Mike Evans,
You say Nico?
Nico Collins, Puka Nakua, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr.,
DK.
I would start him over.
DK,
Jameson Williams, George Pickens.
George Pickens, Tet McMillan,
JSN.
I'm starting him over
J-Mo.
DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley.
No,
You're
bro.
starting over Calvin Ridley?
No, bro.
You
No.
actually get your
No, bro.
podcast
No,
microphone.
no, bro, no.
Take it off. Unplug it. Unplug
Yo,
it.
Calvin Ridley's my sit of the
Unplug
week.
it.
Like, spoiler alert. I'm
Unplug
starting
it.
him if my only option is
DJ
I'm leaving him in the
I
lineup.
swear to God,
Yo,
if
guys,
Adam
start Adam
Thielen,
Thielen, blame it on
if Adam
Sullivan, bro.
Thielen goes off this week for like
9
15 to
points.
20 points, if he goes for 15 to 20 points this week, I'm saying
What's his
I
sleeper
told you to
projection?
start
Like
him.
6?
He's on
Nine.
the
It's
waivers.
Probably like 9 or 10.
Nine.
One of my leagues that I'm starting Calvin Ridley. But like I said, Calvin Ridley's going to be my sit of the week. Should I pick up Adam Thielen and start him over Calvin Ridley? Is that
I
what you're telling me?
genuinely think he's a great start this week. Yes, I do really think.
Wow.
That's insane.
Over Calvin Ridley and DJ Moore is
crazy.
insane in the membrane. Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Well, moving on because that was quite.
I just
the
want last
experience.
thing. Latest news under Adam Thielen 3 days ago. Adam Thielen could start immediately for Vikings. Not will. He could.
He will. He will.
I hope he does.
We can move
bro.
on.
All right. Well, my start is going to be Emeka Ibuka, filling in for that in that slot role for the out Chris Godwin. I think he's going to go nuclear against this Atlanta defense. The first 4 weeks for Ibuka owners is going to be quite the euphoric experience. You better be starting him in every single league that you have him in. Must start. First 4 or 5 weeks at least, probably the rest of the season, and forever that he's in the league. So must start Emeka Ibuka. Don't be scared that he's a rookie. Go for it. Do it. And you won't be sorry.
Couldn't agree more. I have him in like 3 leagues. No doubt starter in every league.
Yeah.
Starting Adam Thielen over.
Emeka Ibuka
I'm joking.
or Chuba Hubbard?
Chuba.
Chuba, yeah.
Go Chuba.
Cool.
Chuba's. I
the
think week
Jaguars.
1 you always start the starting running back. Like, I think these passing offenses are not fully developed week
That's fair.
1,
Yeah.
which they'll run the ball over.
Yeah. No, just asking.
Especially against the Jags.
Yeah.
My start of the week at the wide receiver position is going to be Jacoby Myers going up against the New England Patriots. Gets a quarterback upgrade in Geno Smith. He actually, I was surprised with this stat. Jacoby Myers was top 20 in the league in air yard share at 30.8% on a team that saw Brock Bowers have, one of the more historic tight end seasons ever and, basically change the game. Jacoby Myers was still one of the highest in the league in terms of his total air yard share, with the quarterback upgrade. Goes up against the Patriots. I'm not going to bring up any stats about the Patriots defense from last year because it's a new unit,
Completely new.
but Christian Gonzalez's status is in jeopardy. He's been banged up pretty much all offseason. From what I've seen, I'm leaning on the side of Christian Gonzalez doesn't play, which makes Jacoby Myers' life a little bit easier. So I like the Jacoby Myers play here with Geno Smith.
Yeah, that's all I was going to ask. But if Gonzo's out, then yeah.
I'd love that
completely
play.
agree.
Yep.
I wanted it to be Dante Thornton, but I don't have the chops like you do to make it Adam Thielen.
My start of the week is going to be another rookie wide receiver. This one from Green Bay, Matthew Golden, against the Detroit Lions. I think this is going to be a shootout. This is a divisional matchup. These teams are going to put up points. Golden should be the wide receiver one. I mentioned, well, no, not on this, but Jaden Reed going into the season with a Jones fracture. I hate that. He's going to play through some excruciating pain. They're going to rely heavily on Matthew Golden, and he's got the big play upside of he can break off a game's worth of points in one play. So I think Golden, like Dean said, don't be scared to play the rookie week 1. They're going to look to him.
We're not going to do tight end sits of the week, by the way, to everybody later in the show. That's just a spoiler.
Sit them all if you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that send us straight to the toilet bowl. That's nasty and gross. But my tight end start of the week and start of the entire season, if I'm being honest, because he is being way underdrafted right now. Tucker Kraft, plug him straight into your lineup. Plug him with everything you've got. I think Tucker Kraft is the number 2 option in Green Bay, and honestly, there is potential for him to be the number 1 option in Green Bay.
Talk.
There is some serious connection between Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft developing, and in my personal opinion, I've been trying to scream this all offseason. He's got a little bit of George Kittle light in him in his game. He actually led all tight ends in yards after catch last year. I look to see the Green Bay Packers get him even more involved this year, especially with all the wide receiver injuries. I think Tucker Kraft's going to have a big-time season and has serious top 5 tight end upside this season. So
My tight end start is going to be Jatavion Sanders. I love him this year. Second-year tight end. With Jalen Coker out, I can see Jatavion Sanders taking over a bulk of that receiving work over the middle of the field for the Panthers. He's their receiving tight end. I know there's Tommy Tremble, but he's not really much of a receiving threat. Jatavion Sanders is the guy. He flashed slightly last year against Jacksonville. I'm going to take Jatavion. I think it's a solid play if you're really looking to be ballsy.
What I'll say about that is, like, if you have to stream a tight end, it's pretty much a dart throw anyway. So
Yeah.
why not? He's got the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
it's nasty sometimes.
My start of the week is going to be Chig Okonkwo. I'm sipping the Kool-Aid. It's been all good things out of camp. And to me, the logic here is rookie quarterback, maybe first game jitters, might have to rely on the underneath stuff with his tight end. Like we always say, we want to give you guys real life scenarios. I'm in a league where this is, same as Jatavion Sanders, kind of if you punted tight end and you're streaming one. So I'm in a league. My last pick of the draft was Brenton Strange. And, I believe in Brenton Strange, but, there's the risk of I may need to pick up someone else if this doesn't work out. It's a last pick in the draft dart throw. I picked up Chig, and I think I am starting Chig over Brenton Strange this week.
Nice.
I like Chig hoops, man.
What's the matchup?
It's against Denver. It's a tough matchup, but I think that kind of helps his case a little bit because I think there's not going to be much going on, downfield for those receivers.
Probably not.
Rookie quarterback check down.
Right.
I like that.
That's kind of the logic there.
Yeah.
And I know it's Chig is like the bootleg Kyle Pitts, where it's like we're kind of just waiting for the breakout, and it just
But it doesn't cost as
hasn't
much.
come. And
They
it
haven't
doesn't-
really replaced him either in Tennessee.
No, they
so.
drafted the kid Gunnar Helm, but I don't really
that
think
is
he's on anything in week 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, I like the Chig play. He's got the athletic profile, too.
My tight end start of the week is going to be Hunter Henry from the New England Patriots. Gets a matchup against the Raiders, who last year gave up the 3rd most fantasy points per game to the tight end position. And I don't have any Hunter Henry stats out there. I'm sure there's someone who does, but I just feel like Hunter Henry every season has about 4 or 5 really good games where he's like top 5-ish tight end. And I think this could be one of them. I think he can get into the end zone. Same thing. Not a lot of weapons out there either for them. Diggs, a little banged up going into week 1. I think Drake might have to lean on Hunter Henry, and he's always got touchdown upside. So I think if you're, like you said, if you're punted tight end, you don't have one of the top guys, go pick up Hunter Henry. He's available in a lot of leagues.
Led the team in targets last year.
Yeah.
That is a good crazy thing to think about.
Assume. You listen to the fantasy footballers?
I did.
Did you hear what they said about Hunter Henry either today or yesterday?
Yes, they were saying about
Him in week 1
Yep,
and week 2.
That's why I made this pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, he starts the season like an animal every year, and then
Week 1 last year he didn't do anything. Week 2 last year he was the tight end 1.
Yep.
And then the year before that he was the tight end 1 and 2 in the first 2 weeks.
He usually has like successive games where he goes off too. So
It's like
if he has
4 out of 5 games.
Yes,
Yeah.
like if he has one big game, that typically means you should probably start him for the next 2 weeks and then never start him again.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
Sammy Watkins, but for tight ends.
Yes,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I'll tell the guys this. It's our first start sits of the year. I'm probably going to say this every week. The tight end starts more than anything. The dart throws, not the Tucker Crafts, a guy like who you're relying on, but the true dart throws, it's if they score a touchdown. That's what it's going to be. If they score a touchdown, you're happy. If they don't, you're probably not.
So the crazy part about the Tucker Kraft thing is, like, I didn't think that Tucker Kraft would be a name that would come up and start sit conversations for me because it feels like you should just start him every week. And then I looked at Sleeper and I saw that he has a less than 50% start rate. And not only that, I also saw that in BTB yesterday, he was drafted in like the 14th round. And in a lot of my drafts, he's not getting drafted till super late. And I don't know. I have him ranked super high in the BallGame draft guide. It's a little bit too late for that now, but I think he's gonna have a great season. Like I think he's a demon.
Yeah. I think
So-
we're all in on Tucker
Yeah,
Kraft.
I'm definitely
That's
on Tucker
I
Kraft.
didn't like group him in as like a dart throw tight end.
Right.
But, yeah.
I like the whole Packers offense, and he's
Yeah.
going to be a big part of it.
Yep.
So these are the players you should be sitting this week, week 1 in fantasy football. So we're starting with quarterbacks, yeah?
Yep.
So I'm going to sit Caleb Williams, week 1 against Minnesota. A great defense. First week in a new offense with Ben Johnson. I love Ben Johnson. I love what they're going to be. Whoa. I love what they're going to be, but I don't know if it clicks just yet. I'm going to sit Caleb Williams week 1.
I think I have Caleb somewhere. I'm
I
gonna get
don't
back. I'm gonna get back to you on that. I do have Caleb somewhere though, but I want to ask.
Caleb versus the Vikings or Justin Herbert versus the Chiefs?
I would probably
Herbert.
start Herbert. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My sit of the week at the quarterback position, I'm sorry to do this to you, Dean. It's going to be Justin Fields. Going up against the Steelers, who, they were top 5 basically in every good statistical top 6, 7, I guess you call it, in every statistical category you want to look at for, quarterback points. They were 6th in least fantasy points allowed to the quarterback last year. The defense has improved. You add Jalen Ramsey there. Aaron Rodgers coming back to town for his revenge. The Jets fans are going to be hyped. It's going to be electric in MetLife, and I feel like that's just setting up for a massive Justin Fields letdown because that's what he does.
Did you see, not to put my fellow Jet fans on blast, but they ran down where ticket sales were coming from, and they project MetLife Stadium to be 48% Pittsburgh fans.
crazy.
on
I mean,
Sunday.
Pittsburgh Steelers fans travel
They
better than
travel
anyone in the NFL.
so well.
Especially
That's not
'cause
surprising. And that's
MetLife
only
is not the farthest you could
it's
drive.
like a
from
5-6
MetLife.
hour drive. Yeah, like
so
it's not the
It's
craziest thing.
that long.
I would not expect a home
Something
field
like
advantage
that.
for the Jets on Sunday. With that,
No, you're gonna see a whole lot of terrible
yeah,
towels.
with
swinging
that
in
scary Steelers defense, I'm nervous. No AVT, I'm nervous. But yeah, I like that sit.
It's brutal,
against
bro.
The Steelers D.
The AVT stuff is brutal. My quarterback sit of the week is playing tomorrow night in the first game of the season. Dak Prescott in the link against the reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. I almost said the Philadelphia 76ers. That's why I hesitated there, which would have been crazy. But the Philadelphia Eagles were, I believe, number 1 against quarterbacks last season. Somewhere 1, 2, 3. It was not fun playing against the Eagles as a fantasy player at all. And I expect more of the same in this game. I mean, now the downside to this is the Cowboys could lose this game by 30, and if Dak doesn't get pulled from the game, he could get some garbage time stats. I could see that happening, but overall, I think if you drafted Dak later in the draft and one of these guys we mentioned, like Trevor Lawrence or one of those guys with a much better matchup, feels a little safer, is out there, I think I would pivot to those guys over Dak for week 1.
For me, my quarterback sit of the week. I mean, I don't know how many of you are actually going through this, but you guys kind of killed it with yours, and I was left for the scraps. But
Yeah, you gotta get it out first.
you
on
do,
these.
you really do.
When Chris reminded us, I was like, yo, I got to do this now
Yeah,
so I can
yeah,
get my
me
first
too.
picks.
Yeah,
No,
I got.
shouldn't have even reminded you guys because I reminded you guys, but I wasn't
You weren't
in a
ready to do it.
position to do mine. Yeah.
You got to do yours first and then remind
Yeah.
us.
Yep, and then you remind everybody else. My quarterback sit of the week is Sam Darnold. I hope you're not going through the decision of starting Sam Darnold in fantasy football. There are so many better options, especially in week 1. A week where it's going to be Sam Darnold's first game in a new offense, number 1, and getting to face a team in the San Francisco 49ers who have something to prove this year, a defense that was also 21st in the NFL, by the way, so 11th in terms of opposing quarterback points per game. They were bad last year and yet still had a good year against opposing quarterbacks. Not only that, Robert Saleh, a guy that Dean is very familiar with, is back in San Francisco as their defensive coordinator. He also has something to prove, and we all know Rob Saleh can definitely put together an elite defense and an elite pass rush. So
I saw a stat that Rob Saleh led defenses, I think it's 5 years in a row, is top 4 in
Yep.
EPA per play. Rob Saleh defenses are just elite of the elite.
Yeah, he's legit. He's
Yeah.
a legit DC for sure.
you know who we went out and got too, right? Bryce Huff. Brought him Brought him onto
Did he
his
really?
squad, yeah.
Wow.
He went and got Bryce Huff to join
He
the
likes
Niners.
his guys.
He does.
He does.
He'll bring his guys wherever he needs to bring them.
He puts together an elite pass rush no matter what pieces you give him. So
Yeah. We're going to move on to running backs. My running back sit of the week is going to be J.K. Dobbins against a tough Tennessee front. I think him being at the top of the depth chart is a trick. It's a trick. Sean Payton is tricking us. I don't trust J.K. Dobbins week 1. I need to see it. I need to see what Denver rolls out with. I need to see how they split the carries, especially against a tough Tennessee front. It's going to be a tough week running the ball in general against them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sit J.K. Dobbins.
I like that pick.
I don't.
Why?
I don't think Sean Payton really just is going to trust his rookie running back immediately. I think J.K. has a good week. I really do.
I think it's the split ? Plus I think Tennessee's run defense is good.
I think both could have a good week, though. I really do. I don't know. J.K. is going to start the season off electrifying, in my opinion, but
So
he'll fade. He'll
maybe.
fade to a rookie running back. I do think RJ will be great down the stretch, but I like J.K. early in the season.
real quick, I have Harvey as my RB2 in the league, and my other options are Jalen Warren against the Jets, Jordan Mason, or Tank Bigsby.
Probably take Jalen Warren.
I'm starting Jordan Mason over
Me too.
Okay.
RJ Harvey in week 1.
All right.
Me too.
I'll do that.
Personally. My running back sit of the week is going to be Isaiah Pacheco going up against the Chargers in Brazil. I think the Chargers, they improved their run defense from where it was last year. It was a good run defense, not anything special, but adding Deshaun Hand. I just think division game, nothing's going to come easy. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I don't think Isaiah Pacheco's that good at football, hence why I haven't really drafted him anywhere. Maybe he'll have the opportunity, but I think Kareem Hunt was good at what they needed last year, and he's still going to be involved considering they brought him back. I think maybe not this week, but Brashard Smith is going to sneak his way in there at some point. So just don't really love Isaiah Pacheco this week.
I think even if you like Isaiah Pacheco season long, I think you want to wait and see with it too. So
Yes.
if you have someone else to play, I would pivot as well. My running back sit of the week is another guy I was hyping up in the offseason, but not for this week. DeAndre Swift going against that tough Minnesota Vikings front. Swift, as I said in the offseason, he's not a very good NFL running back. The things I like about him are just that he's on a really good offense, and I don't like the depth chart behind him, but this Minnesota front was legit last year, and they added Jonathan Allen, so they put some emphasis on stopping the run this year, and they're going to do that. They are a very, very good defense, and like I said, Swift just not the most efficient runner, so if he gets into the end zone, that's great, but I don't even know if he'll be the goal line back, so I'm not betting on it. I'm going to pivot from Swift.
You know who else thinks the same way that you do?
Yeah.
Ben Johnson.
Really?
Yeah. He actually also dislikes his own running backs.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Track record doesn't track. For
Yeah,
DeAndre
but, I
Swift.
mean, the rest of the guys aren't good.
My running back sit of the week, I'm actually going to pivot last minute on this one because who the hell is starting Javonte Williams in the first place? You probably shouldn't be. That's a bonus one. But I'm going to go with Tony Pollard this week. He's my sit in fantasy football. It's tough because where you're drafting Tony Pollard, you probably have no choice but to at least play him in your flex spot. But I'm just saying it's not a confident play this week, especially against the Denver Broncos, who had one of the best defenses in the NFL last week. A first game for a rookie quarterback in Cam Ward and a team in the Tennessee Titans that I really don't even know what they're going to be just yet. Yes, Tony Pollard's a constant and will have 100% of the snaps, but I don't feel too good with this one at all. I'm not even sure if they put up a point this week. So I'm out on Tony Pollard. I think he's an okay second flex play, but he's nothing more than that for me.
Yeah, I had Tony Pollard written down first, but kind of how you started your monologue there, I just don't know how you could sit him given where you drafted him. I'd have a tough time putting him on my bench. I definitely agree with all the logic, but I don't know if I have the balls to sit him.
That Denver matchup's tough.
It's tough.
Brutal.
I don't know if I could sit him either. He'd probably be in my second flex spot, but I wouldn't feel like it's going to be a big time play.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel good about it, but I just don't think I have the balls to sit him.
My wide receiver sit of the week is going to be Josh Downs against the Miami Dolphins. We know Danny Dimes sucks. I think Tyler.
Put it blunt, brother.
Hot take.
I think Tyler Warren stepping in is going to take away that middle of the field where Josh Downs likes to operate. I think a lot of that work does go to the rookie tight end. I know he's a rookie, and rookie tight ends are not always the best, but they drafted him at 15th overall for a reason. They're going to throw him the ball. I think Josh Downs cedes some of that work to him. That's my pick.
So, wow, even with Josh Downs being your sit of the week, you'd still start him over Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
You hate Jordan Mason. My sit of the week at wide receiver, I talked about Chig potentially having a good week before because there's going to be nothing going on down the field for the Tennessee Titans. My sit of the week is going to be Calvin Ridley. I mean, I just don't feel good about any receiver going up against the best corner in football. Probably a certified Hall of Famer. It's pretty simple there, plus a rookie quarterback in his first ever start. This is very, very similar to the Tony Pollard one. It's kind of funny because they're on the same team. They're getting drafted at essentially the same spot in drafts. You spent basically the same pick on them. So it's a hard dude to sit but I feel like more of these teams are deeper at wide receiver. You probably have more options at receiver than you do running back, which is why I'd feel more comfortable sitting Ridley over Pollard, but it kind of the same exact logic. It's hard to sit a guy in week one that you spent that draft pick on, but I feel I feel worse about Ridley's matchup than I do Pollard's side of it, just because going up against PS2, man.
It's not sweet. It's not ever what you want for any of your wide receivers, man.
It's never sweet.
My sit of the week is going to be Ricky Pearsall from the San Francisco 49ers. I just don't love the matchup here. He goes up against a solid Seattle defense who have two really good corners, and they play a lot of man defense on that side of the ball, and Ricky's notoriously struggled against man defense. So I just don't love it. I think they look for Kittle more. I think McCaffrey's full go week one. I think they lean into him a lot. I don't mind Ricky for the season, but I'm gonna hesitate on week one and pivot somewhere else.
So this actually just happened while we were recording, but Juwan got his contract situation straightened out. They added on $3 million worth of incentives for just this season. I don't know if that's necessarily what he was looking for.
Sorry.
Turn your fucking
Just fucking mute it,
I
bro.
know.
Just press the button, the mute button, on the keyboard.
Oh, shit.
Turn your volume. Yeah.
Well, my volume was down. The hell?
So, might be more competition for Ricky. I don't know if that phantom injury that Juwan had was the contract situation, but we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
I'm starting Jawan Jennings in one of my leagues over because I drafted Rashee Rice before he got suspended, so I have no choice now. But
Still has the final year of his contract incentive in there, too. So he could have a big year, contract year.
I don't see it.
I like Juwan Jennings. I don't know. You don't.
I just dislike him. I just don't even think he's even really that good. I think he benefited from opportunity, sure, but I think that's about it as a football player.
Well, no, objectively, he was good.
Objectively, he was mid. He really wasn't that good. The narrative that he was really good because he popped a few weeks in fantasy.
he's strong hands. That's
Like
his
elite.
best.
I think he's a
trait.
good NFL player.
He's really, really
He's
good.
a
hands.
solid
Yeah,
receiver.
he's solid. He's solid.
But he's not like
So is Ricky Pearsall. At best, he's solid. Right now, today.
Yeah.
he's played 7 NFL games. How do you know?
From what I saw, I thought he was
Film.
just solid. Yeah.
Coming back
He
from a
could get
gunshot
better.
wound probably
no,
would
100%.
hurt
He could
you.
be better. Yeah.
He was good down the stretch of last year.
He was
He's
solid.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was great, then Juwan Jennings was great as well.
Well, Juwan Jennings has had 6 years to prove he's great.
Yeah, but
Ricky
he had-
Pearsall's
but
had
he
7
never
games.
had
He
the
never had the
chance to,
opportunity. Yeah.
because
never
he
played-
sucked.
Or maybe you had Brandon Ayuk and Debo Samuel. Like, hello. And George Kittle.
Hello. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was mean. My bad.
All right. Well,
Sorry, that got
I
personal.
think they're both just solid.
I'm sorry.
Bro really hit me with the hello. Whoa. All right, bro.
when you mock
All right,
someone,
bro.
that's how you lost an
Sorry.
All right,
Okay,
bro.
my bad.
I didn't even say it like that. God.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did it.
No, I didn't, Wagner.
Hello.
Well, my sit of the week this week, in the same vein of Tom saying that he's going to wait and see, I'm going to wait and see how this guy looks at 31 years of age, coming off a torn ACL, Stephon Diggs. I'm just not ready to put him in my starting lineup just yet. I got to see just how healthy he looks and just how good he looks in the new connection with my quarterback start of the week in Drake May. So, of course, kind of going against each other in a weird way, but I do think the rest of the Patriots pass catchers, you said your tight end start of the week being Hunter Henry. I think the rest of the Patriots pass catchers do have a solid week. I don't trust the situation with Diggs just yet to put him straight in my starting lineup. So I'm out on Stephon Diggs.
I agree.
Yeah,
All right.
cool.
You went with your sit, right?
I did.
Okay.
I let off.
We're not doing tight ends.
No, we are not.
Definitely
Just
not.
Don't play him if you have a choice. All right. So transitioning away from fantasy football into real football, these are our picks for the Week 1 NFL slate. Kicking off.
Hold on.
What's up?
Before you kick off, what are the ramifications here? I know we have something potentially in the works that we're not
Okay.
going to talk about, but like what else? Like, does last place get punished? Does what's the we
You have to
haven't really
oil up
discussed,
and
so we'll discuss right now.
be in a Speedo
Are
on
there
the pod.
ramifications? Are we doing something to the loser?
We have to stick to it though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is where we
Loser shaves their head.
More jerseys.
No.
more
boring.
jerseys.
That's
No.
Loser shaves their head.
No, I mean, we're going to get something for the winner, hopefully, that, again, is in the works. But I'm talking, is there something for the biggest loser?
There
Punishment.
needs to be. Obviously, in the past, BallGame has done a punishment wheel that people have,
Yet
avoided.
to do. Right, that's what I'm saying.
But I do feel like we should actually have a punishment wheel that we stick to.
We're big enough
And
now that it counts.
I was about to say, people are going to hold us fucking accountable if we don't do it now.
100%.
True.
So
It's true.
think a punishment wheel,
I like
and we
punishment. I
will
like a punishment
devise.
wheel.
We'll take ideas from people.
That's a great
Finally
idea.
use that fucking wheel.
And we could use all of our social media accounts
Yeah.
to put out a poll, put out a comment thing to where you can potentially give us some punishments.
Right, so comment down below.
Comment down
punishment
below.
ideas that you want on the wheel.
And
Yep.
keep an eye out on our social medias. We'll post something for people to drop in the comment box and stuff like that. I think hearing some of your suggestions, I know there's going to be some absolutely insane ones that we're just going to discard
Right, we're going to
altogether.
decide what goes on the wheel.
We're going
We
to
have
make
14
the decision.
spots on that wheel, so the 14 that we think are the best will go on that wheel. So leave a comment down below. There we go.
There it
I
is.
just wanted to get that.
No, yeah,
situated.
that's important. Okay.
Now we know.
'Cause now there's pressure.
Right.
All right.
We have to let
Oh,
Pete know
yeah.
too because we just decided that without him here. So
Okay.
He's
All
gonna
right.
be like, no, bro, don't punish me.
I can't do that.
Bro wouldn't even get on the table, bro.
He might say, please punish me.
Please punish me.
Papa.
Papa.
Dada.
Losers uninvited to your wedding.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a crazy
Those are
one.
pretty high
Dean
stakes.
loses.
Wow. Sorry, Isabella.
Rules are rules.
Rules are rules.
All right. Kicking off the NFL season. Thursday night football. I'm sorry.
You okay? Hello.
Let it go.
Hello.
bro.
It's NFL
Let it
season
go,
day
bro.
one. Yo.
Let it
Fuck
go.
you,
We're
Wagner.
kicking off NFL
Hey,
season.
get it out. Get it out.
All right.
Fuck you.
Kicking off the NFL season on Thursday night football. In the link, the Dallas Cowboys travel to Philly to take on the reigning Super Bowl champion.
Someone just rip ass?
No, it's Dean.
No.
Oh, okay.
The reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are minus 8.5 to win this game. This is a divisional game. 8.5 is crazy. But Micah Parsons is gone, so it adds up. So who do we got?
It's the Eagles. Move on.
Okay.
Yeah. Extra question. We're not betting against the spread, right? We're just
No, we're just
No.
doing pick 'em.
one.
All right.
You guys are all keeping track of who you're picking,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna double keep track because I edited it. It's the Eagles. Let's move on.
All right.
Everyone's in a
Yep.
agreement. All right.
Next up, Friday night, live from Brazil, is the Kansas City Chiefs against the Los Angeles Chargers. Another divisional game. This one, we got the Chiefs a -3. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they usually start the season off pretty well.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
I also have the Chiefs.
I'm also gonna go with the Chiefs. I heard from a little birdie that Patrick Mahomes loves Brazil, so
Who's the
Wow.
birdie?
I can't tell you.
I saw Marion Hampton already posted from the streets of Brazil, so
Wow.
No
that's something.
shit. That's definitely something.
Is-
Going
he like-
back to the first game, I forgot to mention this. Did you guys see that Sirianni apparently didn't know it was banner night?
That was corny as heck, dude.
That was a little corny. I
was
can't
corny.
lie, but you know what I mean. Like,
It was just funny.
We're focused on this year, buddy. These guys work their whole lives to win a Super
Right.
Bowl. You could enjoy it for,
All right.
nah,
15
bro,
minutes.
nah. Nick Saban's
Yeah, you would.
Nick Saban says that for 24 hours you get to enjoy your big
He did
win,
say
and
that,
after
yeah.
that, it's on to the next year, brother.
Well,
It's the goat of college football.
Sounds
right
like
there.
he is a lot of fun.
Shout out Saban. All right. Next up, the homer pick. The New York Giants in Washington to take on the Commanders. The Commies are -5.5 favorites. I going with my beloved New York Giants.
I am also going with my beloved New York Giants.
Picking the Commanders.
It's the Commanders easy. And for you guys watching, if you didn't know, now you know. Me and Matty J having a $100 wager on this very game. So see what happens.
Putting my money where my mouth is.
It's the Commanders. So I'm disappointed in you because
Yeah, you gotta
you
put some-
literally, when we did the Giants schedule prediction, said that the Commanders are going to win. You folded on business during the schedule prediction.
Hey, man.
Sorry.
Things change.
What
Season's
changed?
right around the corner. I got to...
What changed?
He let me get attacked.
I know that's
when we
what
did
Not
the
letting
Giants.
you get attacked.
You let me get attacked.
What'd
You
want
let
to
me
do?
get. I
you
got.
left him out to dry.
I
You
got
did.
hit
You
from.
What, so I'm supposed to sound ridiculous just because he sounds ridiculous?
No.
Well,
Well,
no,
but
you
there were.
switched up here
just now.
just now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the TikTok where it mattered.
You let me take it
Well,
from
this
both
matters.
sides.
I guess this
matters,
matters
too.
way more than the TikTok.
Yeah, but like TikTok's way more like.
I mean, this is the
Instant
biggest
reaction.
the biggest
Biggest
podcast
podcast
in
ever.
BallGame history, 100%.
So he's making
But
his
at the
biggest
time we
prediction.
recorded that was
That
the
was the biggest
podcast in BallGame
Right.
history.
You're right.
So,
No, you're right.
And you folded.
All right. If you guys
I
want
guess
to
he
say
steps
that,
up to the bigger moments.
that's
Right.
fine. All right. Moving on, we've got a matchup I talked about with the fantasy part. We've got the Carolina Panthers in Jacksonville taking on the Jaguars. The Jags are -3.5. Travis Hunter debut with Liam Cohen.
Teteroa McMillan debut with
talk.
Bryce Young.
Talk.
Give me the Carolina Panthers here.
Taking the Jags. It's the Liam Cohen era.
I don't know, man.
It's a tough one.
This is a toss up. This really is. Who's the betting favorite? The Jags.
Jags are -190. Should I say the money line instead of the spread?
I feel like
I like the
people
spread.
like the
You like the
spread.
spread? Okay.
Yeah.
Jags are -190.
I'm gonna go with the favorite. I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they win this one in the first game of the Liam Cohen era at home.
I think I agree, and I can't wait to see how Travis Hunter is deployed out there on the field, man. That's going to be really exciting to see. Next up, the other homer pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers travel to MetLife to take on the New York Jets, the Aaron Rodgers revenge, the Justin Fields revenge, a whopping over-under of 38.5 points. This will be a snooze fest. And I'm going with the Steelers, but they're -146. I feel like that's
It's because they're on the road.
Right. But
It ain't gonna be a road
feel like a road game, man. Them Yinzers are popping out.
And they
What did
drink
you call them?
Poppin' Out.
Yinzers.
Yinzers and
Yinzers,
poppin' out.
poppin' out.
Why?
What's a Yinzer?
That's
It's the
what they
Pittsburgh
call
native.
Pittsburgh people.
That's disgusting.
All right,
Actually, what they call
take it up with
Pittsburgh.
them. I
You
don't
know what? Just because of, I mean, I picked the Steelers either way, but because you want to say something about the Pittsburgh people, shout out to all the Pittsburgh people. They're gonna bring fucking belt to ass in MetLife Stadium to Justin Fields, to Aaron Glenn in his debut, and most importantly, to you, Dean Wagner.
I think the Jets actually take week 1.
They have to for their
All right.
pride.
Yeah,
They
they
have
actually
to.
don't have a choice.
I'm going with the Steelers here. Actually, nah, I changed my mind. I'm going to go with the Jets here.
All right.
They surprise people week 1.
Throughout the Justin Fields is going to have a disaster class, but somehow, some way, the Jets are going to get it done.
Somehow, some way, indeed. Well, you are the notorious Aaron Rodgers hater, so
Yes.
God forbid you pick in his favor. All right.
Never.
Next up, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. The Pats are -2.5. I'm taking the upset here. I'm going with the Raiders, man. I think I know we like the Patriots some more than others, but I don't know if it all gels together week 1. Same with the Raiders. I guess they have a lot of turnover. I think week 1, Geno Smith is a better quarterback than Drake May. I think the weapons in Las Vegas clear, and the defense isn't great, but in Vegas, but they have a game record in Max Crosby, so I'm going to take the Raiders.
I mean, originally I was taking the Patriots, but because of the fact that Christian Gonzalez is likely not going to be suiting up in this game, that does change my opinion on it. I'm taking the Vegas Raiders.
I'm going the New England Patriots. Week 1, running out to Crazy Train, bro. One of the best intros in sports. Taking the Patriots in Foxborough.
All right.
Yeah, I think Christian Gonzalez probably not playing. He hasn't practiced all week, so I'm going to go with the Raiders here.
You would have gone Pats if Gonzo was in?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. I just wanted to ask. All right. Next up, one of the easier ones, I think. We've got the Arizona Cardinals in the Superdome taking on the New Orleans Saints. Going Cardinals and not thinking about it.
Yep, same here.
Cardinals.
Cardinals move on. Make sure you guys pick up the Cardinals defense in fantasy.
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of another defense you may want to pick up in fantasy, the Cincinnati Bengals travel to Cleveland, Ohio. Well, they don't go very far, I guess, but they go to Cleveland, Ohio to take on division rival the Browns, and the Bengals are -5.5 favorites here. Again, going with the Bengals, not overthinking it.
The battle of OHIO, and it's the Cincinnati Bengals to win this one.
Taking the Bengals.
Also taking the Bengals. I think they finally conquer their Week 1 demons.
Yeah, what's the Week 1 record? Do we know?
Not good.
Not good. Not good
No,
at all in
it's
the Joe
very
Burrow
bad.
era.
But they played the preseason this year,
Hey,
so
maybe that'll help.
that's
that should
actually
help.
important.
Next up, we've got the Miami Dolphins headed to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. This one, basically a pick 'em. It's got the Colts -1.5. I'm going to go with the Fins here. We talked about it a couple weeks last week, a couple weeks ago, whatever. The Fins usually start out the season really good, and I don't think Daniel Jones is a good quarterback at all, so I'm going with the Dolphins.
Too much noise in Miami right now. Way too much noise in Miami right now. The disaster class of a season starts right now, and it starts with a Danny motherfucking Dimes W.
You don't believe that deep down
I
in
do.
your heart.
I mean, we're putting things on the line this year. I have to believe it.
I mean, Adam Thielen was your start of the week. You don't
I
believe
believe that.
everything you say here.
You're delusional. Week 1, early season Miami wins this game.
This is where boys become men.
Where boys become men, early season Dolphins, maybe the greatest semblance of a football team that we have ever seen in our lifetimes. Give me the Dolphins by a million.
Alrighty. Next up, this was a fun matchup last year. Division rivals, Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Another one, basically a pick 'em. It's the Bucks -1.5, and that's where I'm going. I'm going with the Buccaneers. I can't wait to see them deploy Emeka Egbuka and see what Baker Mayfield can do. This was a classic Thursday Night Football matchup last year. Hopefully we get some of that again. I also am excited to see Penix, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Penix, too. And surprisingly enough, I actually think this is a Falcons W. Yeah, I think the Falcons win in Week 1. I definitely changed my mind on that one a little bit. So
I know I said what I said in our start sits about the Buccaneers offense, but I think Bijan Robinson
Bijan.
goes on an absolute tear Week 1 and carries the Falcons to a victory.
I'm also going with the Falcons.
Wow.
I actually got this a few days ago at +2.5 with the points. This is my upset of the week, if I will. I think the Falcons take this one on the back of Bijan.
Alrighty, that's it for the 1 o'clock game. So later on in the afternoon, as always, the 4 o'clock games start off with a banger. The Tennessee Titans in Denver to take on the Broncos in, I think, what's tied for the most lopsided money line wise. This is -7.5 on the side of the Broncos, and that's where I'm going with this easy one.
You know, I was going to make a comment about like how dog shit the 4 o'clock window games are, but there
No,
are
the others-
actually
yeah,
a couple solid ones here. I
there
can't
are,
lie.
for
So,
sure.
but as for this one, I mean, that does not apply. Not in the slightest bit. The Broncos by a million.
Broncos, easy.
Broncos easy. Move on.
All right, next up, yet another division rivalry game. The San Francisco 49ers in Seattle to take on the new era Seahawks with Sam Darnold over there. And I'm taking the Seahawks. I like this defense. I like their run game a lot. I know San Francisco drafted a bunch of linemen to help stop the run because they were so bad against it last year. Bob Saleh's in town. He will get that defense right, I think. Like I said before with one of the other matchups, I don't know if it all gels together in Week 1 for them. I like the Seahawks. Give me Seattle.
This one's pretty easy for me. I said it before. Sam Darnold's my sit of the week in fantasy football, and that is because the Niners are going to Seattle and walking down the Seahawks. 49ers W.
Week 1, 12th man. I'm going Seattle week 1 against the Niners. I like Ken Walker being healthy week 1, so.
I'm going to go with the Niners here. I think that, the boys are healthy. Christian McCaffrey's healthy. I expect a big day from him in his, return to the field. So give me the Niners.
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Sure.
All right.
That's actually their slogan. I kid you
yeah.
not.
Bang,
That's actually their
Niner
slogan.
game. Hello.
Hello, that's their slogan.
I hope they
Niner
adopt that
gang.
one day this season.
All right. Next up, this might be the game of the weekend. The Detroit Lions take on the new-look Green Bay Packers. Micah Parsons in a Packers jersey for the first time this season. I can't wait for this one. This is the Packers -2.5, and this is a tough one, man. I'm torn, man. I really am, because I guess the coaching problems with Detroit, like I said with the other couple matchups, I'll stay consistent with that. Maybe it doesn't all gel together week 1, but I just think this team has enough talent to get by. Give me the upset here. I'm going to take the Lions.
Ooh, okay. A lot of change in Detroit, and this one isn't in Detroit. It's in Green Bay, and for that reason, I'm going with the Packers.
Going Green Bay. I think it doesn't fully gel for the Lions till later in the season.
I'm going to go with the upset here, too. I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the hype in Green Bay is going to be a lot. They just got Micah Parsons, inserted themselves into Super Bowl contention. It's going to be rocking there in Lambeau, but I think the Lions come to town and spoil week 1.
Yeah, I think if there's one man that can get the Lions past all the turnover at the start of the season, it's MCDC, man. It's Dan Campbell.
I mean, you're walking into one of the most vicious environments in all of sports. The
Nothing
cheese
they
heads.
ain't used to.
The
They've been
cheese
there before.
heads.
Dan Campbell eats cheese for breakfast, bro.
No, he eats
Well, he actually eats
17 shots of
caffeine. Yeah, he eats
espresso.
fucking caffeine
And
for breakfast.
And
cheese.
cheese.
Caffeine and cheese. What a breakfast.
Hell yeah, breakfast
how
is
he's so
champions,
jacked.
brother.
Bro eats that
No, is
for
that
breakfast
like
and
the
then
Chico?
spends lunch on the
Cheese
toilet.
and espresso?
Cheese and espresso.
I'm going to start trying it.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
it looks like you already have.
Bro.
Yo, come
That was
on, bro. Are you
I mean,
serious
I made
right
fun of
now?
you.
Yeah.
I made fun of hello.
I had that coming.
I had to get you back.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah,
have
that
done
was
it,
fair,
bro.
that was
fair,
Yeah,
that was fair.
All right. Next up, there should be another fun one, and this another one of the games why you can't hate on this 4 o'clock window, man. The Houston Texans in LA to take on the Rams. I think the Texans' offensive line is going to get put through the ringer in this one by Jared Verse, Byron Young. And Stafford's healthy, good to go week 1. Devontae Adams, he's got a new... Jeez.
Just have to leave it there now.
Want to show the camera your ass and go ahead and get up?
I could
No,
reach it, but I'm not going to do it.
don't.
Don't. We broke in one couch in the past. We don't need to break another.
It's all that cheese, bro.
Oh, that
What's all that
cheese, bro.
cheese? Where'd you
You're
get
gonna
that
break
cheese, Danny?
Hey, bro.
Can't resist the cheese. Yo, that's what we need, a Green Bay helmet right there, cheese head.
No.
We need an actual cheese head.
Well, that'll
buying
be
it.
part of
order
the
a
set.
cheese
We're
head.
going to
Buying
travel
it.
to Green Bay one day. We'll get a cheese head from them one day.
We could order it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Why do we... but we're not Packers fans. Why would we do that?
Dabble, send us to Green Bay
What?
so we can get a cheese head.
Double please.
So, Dabble, please.
Hello, Dabble, please. Please.
All right, I'm taking the
Someone
Rams.
call Justin. Jeez.
Jeez.
I'm taking the Rams.
I'm also taking the Rams. This is belt to ass in this one. First game with the new offensive line coach, too, for the Texans, which is actually pretty important, and I don't think it gels immediately, so I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, LA's going to ram.
The Texans ran
Ram through that whole line.
Yeah, the Rams win.
I'm going to go with the upset pick here. I'm going to go with the Texans. Matt Stafford just returned to practice recently. He basically did nothing all summer. Texans had a full summer of summering, so I'm going to go with the upset pick here with the Texans.
Full summer of summering. All
I think
right.
it matters for the vet, you know? I don't know.
I don't know, man. That Texans defense is ferocious.
Staff is in a lot of pain, too. So,
One hit and he could be out of there.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
MEG time, baby. That don't change nothing. Nothing.
nothing.
Nothing.
Bro, you did it to yourself. Like,
Bro, starting Adam
I'm on like
Thielen, bro.
7 shots. You want to
Week
talk about
1, Adam
Jeez.
Thielen start. Start Adam Thielen.
Oh god.
Do it.
I'm done. I don't want to talk no more.
well, we're almost done. So, all right. And another one that could be the game of the week. The Baltimore Ravens travel to Buffalo for a playoff rematch to take on the Bills. This one, again, basically a pick 'em. Ravens -1.5, which in Buffalo, I think that's a pretty big testament to how good the Ravens are. With an over-under of 50.5, this should be an absolute slobber knocker.
Shout out to Ross.
Shout out Jim Ross. Good God, Josh. Putting him through the table.
Good God Almighty, not the Dippin' Dots.
What the fuck?
You never see that video?
I have.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Jeez.
I'm going to go with the Bills here. I feel like in the past, the Ravens have gotten off to slow starts. I think that could happen here, but their roster is absolutely stacked. In Buffalo, I'll take the Bills. I don't feel good about it. Not at all.
I'm shocked.
Look,
Yeah, I guess.
we've been to Buffalo for this exact matchup, and the Bills came out on top because of a Mark Andrews dropped pass. Well, in this one, things are different. Mark Andrews is going to catch the football, and the Ravens are going to win.
I was going to say the Ravens get their revenge week 1, and I think they come out on top.
I also believe that Lamar Jackson has been plotting on the city of Buffalo, and the Ravens come out and get their revenge.
I'm the only one that picked the Bills.
And you're the Ravens guy.
Things change.
Yeah, I guess so. Am I doing the Monday night game, or are we doing that?
We could do the. We'll finish the pick 'em, yeah.
Alrighty. On Monday Night Football is the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Chicago to take on the new-look Bears with a revamped offensive line, a new head coach, Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, all the eyes on him for his second year. And this one, another one, basically a pick 'em. It's the Vikings -1.5. And I think that Vikings roster is loaded. J.J. McCarthy, too, going to have a lot of eyes on him, man. This is a tough one. Vikings were really good last year with Sam Darnold.
In my opinion, this is the most interesting game of the week, in a weird way.
As far as like implications, or,
Yes,
yeah?
like everything is just a question mark
Okay.
with this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Again, don't feel great about it, but I just think toe to toe, like pound for pound, the roster's just better. And Kevin O'Connell's proven as a head coach. Ben Johnson, obviously one of the best coordinators in the game, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the same thing. I know Kevin O'Connell is a great head coach. I don't know what Ben Johnson is just yet. I don't know what this Bears offense is, and no, you could say you don't know what J.J. McCarthy is, but I do. And I know my start of the week is Adam Thielen, and I know that I'm going with the Vikings in this one.
I'm going with the Vikings, not because of Adam Thielen. It's because they have a great team. And, yeah.
The Ben Johnson era is underway. Give me the Bears.
All right. Week 1 of the NFL slate. It's going to be a good one, man. There's a lot of doozies in there. A lot of great games in there.
Schedule
you guys
gets
have
cooked.
which one are you most looking forward to? Is it just Baltimore Bills all around?
Honestly, no. It's the one we just went over. In my opinion, I am most excited for that Vikings-Bears game just because of the question marks. I know the Ravens and the Bills are great. That's not going to tell me anything.
Yeah.
The Vikings and the Bears, that's going to give me an idea of where both teams are at. I think
I
there's
think
a lot.
it's
to
Lions
learn.
Packers for me for the same reasons that you said. I just think the implications could be huge in that game. Did the Lions coaching staff really just do everything for them, or how talented is this team really? And the Packers with Micah, are they a legit Super Bowl contender? I think both teams kind of need that game, honestly. So
Aside from the obvious Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields swap, I mean, that's a homer pick for me. The other game that I think is underrated is Jaguars-Panthers. I really want to see how the Jags
Yes.
use
Yeah,
Travis Hunter.
I agree.
think that's going to be super interesting. Like we said the other day, eyes are going to be glued to the TV for that game. If Travis Hunter wasn't playing, I really wouldn't care either way. But Travis Hunter's, the main event.
So that's exactly what I was going to say. Plus, there's probably just going to be a shit ton of points in this game. So,
yeah, should
yeah,
be.
that was
Both
my pick.
awful defense.
Canellis and Cohen coming from Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, that is pretty cool.
It's another storyline I didn't even think of, yeah.
So, I told you guys I had a surprise question for you
did.
guys. So, we're going to jump back into fantasy real quick. everyone's done with their drafts. No one has a draft tomorrow morning or something. Okay.
Nothing.
So draft season is done. It's upon us. We've been drafting all summer. Some of us started earlier than others in terms of, drafting on Underdog best ball drafts. So off the top, with no preparation, who's one player who you had the biggest tilt on? I guess we could go both ways. Someone who you started the summer out pretty high on and has fallen for you throughout the summer, and then the other way, someone who was low for you and has, maybe not low, but just someone who has risen up your board off the top.
Off the top of my head, I dropped him a few spots in the rankings a while ago. I think it's Kyler Murray. I was really high on him coming into the season, and then just like thinking and looking at the Cardinals last year, I just don't think he's as good of a player as I thought he was. I don't think he's a very good NFL quarterback, and I know it's fantasy, so like he doesn't have to be. I mean, we see Justin Fields be top quarterback when he plays, but I don't know, man. I just think it could go really, really bad for the Cardinals, and his rushing upside can only get him so far. I had him at like 6. I dropped him to 10, and I think he'll finish around there, but I haven't touched him in my drafts.
Oof, a guy that I soured on is a tough one off the top of my head. I actually think the guy that I, turned against the most is the same one as Tom. I think Kyler Murray was pretty up there for me. He was my QB6, and
Yeah, we
I've
both had him
dropped
at
him
6.
pretty significantly since then. I don't know if my rankings necessarily reflect that just yet, but, Kyler's definitely one of the guys up there for me. Yeah, I think that's that.
I think
And Breece Hall. Breece Hall I soured on big time.
I think I've soured out on Justin Fields. I just am so iffy on the Jets offense as a whole. Obviously there's Justin Fields' upside. Now with AVT going out, and I know it's
It sucks.
pretty this morning that it happened, but I think that's pretty huge considering the rushing upside of Justin Fields. Pretty iffy on that. But to send it the other way with the guy,
I want to hear
you
who
want to
he
hear
has.
you? Yeah.
Goes hand in hand with yours. It's Garrett Wilson.
Wow.
Agreed.
So 3 Jets in a row that we just said. Wow.
You definitely said Kyler Murray.
But then at the end I said Breece is a guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, a guy who I was too high on Garrett. I'm definitely getting cold feet,
Agreed.
going in.
I
still think it could work out, but I definitely like where I am right now going into the season. I have cold feet about a lot of my Garrett Wilson.
Like
team.
hovering over that button when Garrett Wilson is on the board is
It was a hard time drafting him
Yes.
this week and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got him
the
in one
targets,
league,
but like, will they be quality targets?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
How many
get him
targets
on
will it
there.
really? Because they're going to run the hell out of the ball, I think.
And
I
gonna
mean,
run
he's
that.
a lock for like I think the targets like he gonna get
The number
170,
itself, yeah, okay. But it's just.
he's
touchdowns.
gotten that before in
Yeah.
a bad offense.
Yeah,
And
he'll get
he's been
170.
wide receiver 20.
But he
Like,
could score 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so for Garrett, like I did like 3 underdog drafts today because I just got to use them up. But he's, I think, wide receiver 18 and falling in every draft. And I drafted him in the 3rd round of one of my leagues, and I hate it. I'm trying to get rid of him so bad. So completely agree there.
yeah, I'm
The other
pretty
way?
high on Garrett.
The other way. You want to go first? You want me to go?
No, good. You started.
So I have this guy in 4 or 5 leagues. I'm all in on Tyler Warren. I think for his value,
Great
I think
pick.
he was going around between the 8th and 9th rounds in a lot of leagues. I took him in the 7th in a couple leagues. I just wanted to secure him on my team. I think he was going too low. I think he has top 7, top 5 upside. I love Tyler Warren this year. Danny Jones, obviously not that great, but Tyler Warren's going to get his goal line touches. I think we're going to see things we haven't seen from a tight end position really ever other than Taysom Hill, the Swiss Army knife. So I really love Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I think the Tyler Warren one is a great pick. He's another guy that jumped all the way up in my rankings too. The number 1 guy for me, and honestly, credit to Andy Holloway because he convinced me on this one, Jamison Williams.
Yeah, he got
Shout
me
out to
too, man.
fantasy footballers, bro. Jamison Williams is a guy that flew up my draft boards after listening to Andy Holloway speak. I can't even lie. There is so much opportunity there that I really wasn't looking too far into. And yes, the offensive coordinator change. Yes, I'm down on Jared Goff, all those things. But, Man, Jamison Williams was good last year on limited volume, and I think that volume can even creep up. I think Jamison Williams is a great pick in fantasy football right now.
Definitely agree with JMO. I love JMO this year. I think for me, it's Tedero McMillan. I've fallen in love with Ted, and I really wasn't all that much in on him or the Panthers, and I don't absolutely love the Panthers all that much. But for fantasy, I think they'll be good because of the good offense, solid offense, whatever you want to call it, but a terrible defense. And I just love the prospect Tet, and I think he is the clear number one. Thielen's gone, Coker's on IR. So I think the volume will be there for him year one, and I'm so excited to have him in my leagues.
Yeah, Tet was definitely my pick, obviously. He jumped from initially being my wide receiver, I think, 25 the first time I had him to, if you guys didn't see, go check it out, our Hot Takes episode, but I firmly believe Tet will be a top 10 fantasy wide receiver. I stand on that. I wasn't just saying that for the video. Wow. I would really believe that. I think he's the best value in all of drafts, today.
Yeah, I had him outside 30, and I picked him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I really think he will. So I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, I moved him all the way. I'm low on Tet in comparison to most of you guys, but I moved him all the way up to 22 for me.
Yeah.
He flew up my
steal
board
in
as well.
drafts.
Yeah, he's great where he's drafted. I'll ask one guy that I feel like I went down on at multiple points in the offseason. How does everyone feel about JSN this year?
So I was going to actually say, because you said Tet and I didn't want to say the same guy, another guy for me is actually Cooper Kupp. I've come around to the idea of drafting Cooper Kupp. I think if he's on the field, I think he's going to see targets. I think we are overrating, I guess, how washed we think he is. I think he still has a little bit left in the tank to be nothing like he's not going to be a triple crown wide receiver one or anything, but in PPR formats, I think he could be a solid flex play have a few really good weeks in there.
So lower on JSN.
I was never high, really.
To begin with.
I think we were all kind of low on JSN, and I think the fantasy community came around. He was in earlier in the offseason. I feel like he was being drafted around where Ladd and Tyreek Hill are, and now I think he's slipped to the back of that round, closer to the back of that round, middle to the back of that round. Another guy is Amarion Hampton. I know a lot of people feel this way too because I've seen him go all over the place.
Jeez.
I've seen him go beginning of the fourth, middle of the third. I've seen him in the second round. It's insane.
I drafted him at the 3-3 last night.
Yeah, I can't be mad at it either, especially with the Najee stuff.
Greg Roman offense. I mean,
yeah,
first round draft capital.
You really can't go
what's
wrong.
not to like?
Yeah. I drafted him at the 3-3 last night, and another draft I drafted him at the 3-4. So
Yeah.
In my Lav league, he went at the 208.
Yeah, I saw him go at 210 in the league.
208.
Wow, that's basically your RB1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy shit.
Yeah. The Najee thing really helped him out early season because Najee, didn't really get a training camp at all. He's
Speaking
listed
of
as a
him, though,
starter,
he's
but
cleared to play. He's good to go.
but missing a whole
Just
training camp with the new
practiced,
team,
Agreed.
Marion Hampton's definitely got a step on you at this point, So, really, I'll take him. I mean, obviously, everybody's boards, Emeka Ibuka was definitely taking over ADP with
True,
Sleeper
yeah.
or whatever the other apps had him at.
I got him in 3
Obviously.
leagues. Yeah.
Learning what Chris Godwin's been going through with his second ankle surgery, Ibuka was a clear choice to be a sleeper.
Yeah.
100%.
All right, we told you guys we have a new partner, Dabble Fantasy, so we're going to give you guys some, I guess this is the first time on the pod where we've had to do, promotional stuff, but
Yeah.
shout out to us, shout out to Dabble, but I got to do, a little TikTok hook,
Yep,
so
I gotta do
let
that.
the people know, but NFL kickoff is finally here, and we're going to get you guys right with Thursday night football Dabble picks for week 1, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to get it started. I'm taking Dak Prescott to go for more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think the only chance the Cowboys will have in this game is if Dak Prescott throws for at least 2 passing touchdowns.
I'm going to take Jalen Hurts' projection is at 215.5 passing yards. I'm going to take him to get less. I think the Philadelphia Eagles put it away early, and they could just start pounding the rock.
Yeah, I'm going to take George Pickens more than 53.5 receiving yards. I think Pickens is absolutely going to smash this and have an amazing, not only week 1, but entire season. He's going to be the main target for Dallas, I think, this week. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb. But The new addition is going to have a big-time week.
My pick is going to be Jalen Hurts, more than 40.5 rushing yards. I think the Eagles are going to run all over the Cowboys, despite Jerry Jones doing his very best to stop that from happening. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. This rushing attack won them a Super Bowl. I think Hurts can easily get more than 40 yards.
If you guys want to ride these picks, sign up for Dabble Fantasy using the code BallGame for a free $25.
These are the best picks for the first Sunday of the NFL slate from Dabble Fantasy. I'm going to go with JSN more than 64.5 receiving yards. I think he's a dynamic receiver. I don't think the wide receiver room outside of him affects him too much. I think he'll be the main target. He's super talented. I think he can clear this. He can get this in one play, if I'm being honest. I think he will clear this projection.
So my pick is Brock Bowers for more than 63.5 receiving yards. Bowers is a generational talent with a new quarterback that actually knows how to throw a football for once. So, yes, the generational talent, a massive week 1.
So Justin Fields' projection is at 43.5 rushing yards. I fear he's going to be running for his life on Sunday, so I'm going to go with more than that projection.
I'm going to go with Jerome Ford to go for less than 48.5 rushing yards against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to get off to an early lead, put this game away early, and the Browns are going to be playing from behind, not able to run the ball.
If you want to tail these picks, make sure you sign up for Dabble Fantasy and use code BallGame for a free $25.
You guys listening on the podcast, those are TikTok clips and such, but you guys listening on the podcast, also quick and easy way to sign up. The link is going to be in the description, so you don't have to type in the code. Just press the link, sign up. You're good to go for a free $25 on the app. And also, you will be entered into a jersey giveaway if you go and comment on the post on our Instagram, BallGamePod_, your Dabble username that you made when you signed up. So you get a free $25. You get entered into a jersey giveaway. Football is back. You guys can't lose.
Thank you, Dabble.
Thank you, Dabble.
Thank you, Dabble.
Shout out Dabble, man. What a time. What a final podcast before the football season.
Wow.
I
I'm
mean,
so
it's
hyped.
really
That felt like the biggest
Kicks
podcast ever.
off.
I'm not going to lie.
We have...
I don't know how it can get bigger than that.
But it will.
That's where I'm like at a crossroads. Like, how much bigger can it get? I mean, I'm wearing jeans.
I guess we'll find out Monday night.
Maybe someone else will
Do
be
you
wearing
want to make
jeans.
this pod a little bit bigger?
I think it's big enough.
Do we think it's big enough?
How can we make it bigger?
We can make it
Well,
hotter.
We could make it a little bit spicy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hot takes.
No, bro. It's fucking 11
It's late.
o'clock.
It's
bro.
late.
Say less,
Late.
say less, say less. I was just wondering, because there's always bigger out there, you know what I mean? But next week, Sunday, they'll have a bigger thing. Monday, they'll have a bigger thing.
And we'll see you Monday night. You know that like 04
Joe
World
Buck?
Series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
No, but I'm.
Tomorrow
04. It was...
Yeah. It was tomorrow night. But, all right, just,
We'll see
you
you
know?
tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow us on all of our socials. Thank you so much for 20,000 subs before the NFL season. It was a lofty goal, and you guys helped us achieve that. Football season kicks off tonight. We're so excited. And with that,
Have a
Ball
ball
game.
game.